Tamil, recognized by UNESCO as one of the world's oldest classical languages, has carried an unbroken literary tradition for over 2,000 years. With Sangam poetry, Thirukkural, and epics rooted in time deeper than most civilizations, Tamil stands alone. No other spoken language today holds such a vast and ancient body of literature. And yet, when it comes to the Indus script, scholars have searched everywhere except in the one place that makes the most sense. In this video, we correct that oversight. We map the Indus script phonetically, vowels, consonants, diphthongs, and compounds matched with Tamil's unique sound system. We decode its writing system, pictograms, ideograms, logograms, and combined signs, not as a cipher, but as a language. Then we do what others haven't dared. We phonetically read 5 Indus seals, clearly, consistently, and without guesswork. And finally, we push the boundary even further by writing a verse from the Thirukkural using Indus script, all while honoring every grammatical rule defined in Tholkappiyam. This is not cryptanalysis. This is not speculation. This is linguistic proof that the Indus script was never encrypted. It was written in a language the academic world has long refused to acknowledge. Tamil. Let's begin. Tamil vowels, known as Uyir Eluthu or soul letters, are the foundation of Tamil phonetics. As explained in Tholkappiyam, they are classified into 3 types: short vowels, long vowels, and compound vowels, also known as diphthongs. On your screen, you're now seeing a table that shows the mapping between Indus script vowel signs, their Tamil equivalents, and their pronunciation. Short vowels like ah and e are quick and clipped. Long vowels like ah and e are stretched or held sounds. And then we have the compound vowels, I and ow. These compound vowels are not short vowels. They are long vowels. And this is backed directly by Tholkappiyam, which classifies them as long diphthongs that take 2 matherai. This is exactly why the Indus script used the long vowel ah to construct I and ow, not the short ah. But here's the turning point. In both the Indus script and during the time of the Thirukkural, I and ow were not yet standalone letters. They existed phonetically, but were constructed using the long vowel ah, modified slightly to add either an I or a U glide. This system, using visual or phonetic modification of a base vowel to create diphthongs, is exactly what Tholkappiyam describes over 2,000 years ago. And that's incredibly important because it means the phonological system used in the Indus script, especially for constructing compound vowels like I and ow, is identical to the system described in classical Tamil grammar. This is not just similarity. This is proof that the Indus language followed the same vowel logic as Tamil. So, when people say Thiruvalavar never used ow, the truth is he absolutely did. Phonetically, the sounds were there. The written forms just hadn't split into separate symbols yet. And now, with the Indus script showing the same behavior, building I and ow by modifying ah, we can say with confidence the Indus language wasn't Sanskrit or some unknown tongue. It was Tamil. In its earliest written form, what you're hearing and what you're seeing on screen is a continuation of thought, sound, and script that started in the Indus Valley, flowed through Tholkappiyam, and lives on in Tamil today. Tamil consonants, called Me Eluthu or body letters, form the structural backbone of the language. There are 18 of them, and unlike vowels, they don't carry sound on their own. Instead, they serve as the framework that supports vowel sounds to form full syllables. On your screen now, you're seeing a table that maps each Tamil consonant to a corresponding Indus script symbol. Along with its pronunciation, each consonant in Tamil has a clear phonetic identity, shaped by tongue position, airflow, and articulation. And what's remarkable is that many of these exact same consonant sounds appear in the Indus script, not randomly, but systematically. Across hundreds of cells, we see repeating symbols that align not just visually, but phonetically with the Tamil consonants. Even uniquely, Tamil letters like il, and ir, which have no equivalents in Sanskrit, show symbolic representation. In the Indus system, this isn't just resemblance. This is phonetic alignment. The Indus script represents consonants the same way Tamil does, through sound-based symbols that build words syllabically. You're not just seeing visual similarity, you're looking at direct evidence that the Indus script didn't just resemble Tamil, it was Tamil, in its earliest encoded form. In Tamil, the building blocks of words are called uyirme eluthu, compound letters formed by combining a consonant with a vowel. And just like in Tamil, the Indus script reveals a system that isn't pictorial or symbolic, it's syllabic and phonetic. On screen now, you're seeing a set of the first 18 Tamil compound letters grouped into Valinam, hard sounds, Melinam, nasal sounds, and Idayanam, fluid glides. Alongside each Tamil letter, we've shown its Indus script equivalent and pronunciation to highlight how even these early compound syllables are phonologically encoded in both scripts. Now turn to this table. It reveals the writing logic behind it all. We begin with a base consonant, like ik, which has human-like Indus script. With one simple stroke, it becomes ka. Another stroke gives us ka. What you're seeing is Tamil's Abugida system in action, a structure where the consonant carries an inherent vowel, and vowel changes are shown through minimal visual adjustments. And here's the breakthrough. The Indus script behaves the same way. It's not replacing whole characters for new sounds. It's not using abstract symbols or pictographs. It's using phonetic base forms, just like Tamil, and modifying them to express vowel shifts. And there's one more clue. Subtle but powerful. In the Indus script, we sometimes see compound forms like me written as m plus e and chi written as ich plus e. But in other places, these same sounds appear as standalone symbols. This tells us something profound. Just like in early Tamil script, the compound letter system was still evolving, or perhaps being compressed for space, beautification, or stylistic balance. These are practices deeply embedded in Tamil's long history of palm leaf manuscripts, poetic inscriptions, and structural fluidity, following Tamil's compound logic exactly. This is not guesswork. This is the natural handwriting of a script still growing into form, yet already bound by Tamil phonetic and grammatical rules. The Indus script wasn't chaotic. It was adaptive, logical, and phonetic, just like Tamil. This is not a theory. This is visible. This is structural. This is Tamil encoded. You're witnessing a shared writing logic between ancient Tamil and the Indus script. That's not resemblance. That's proof of origin. In this section, we're going to decode 5 Indus cells displayed on your screen using the Indus script mapping. Each symbol will be read phonetically. Before we begin, let me briefly explain the source and methodology behind this analysis. All seal numbers referenced in this series follow the system used by I. Ravatham Mahadevan in his landmark publication, The Indus Script, Text Concordance Tables, released by the Archaeological Survey of India. I've deliberately chosen Mahadevan's concordance over the more illustrated corpus of Indus seals and inscriptions by Asko Papola et al. For a specific reason, to ensure that my readings are based purely on symbolic structure and phonetic logic, without being influenced by surrounding imagery, such as animal motifs or religious iconography that often appear in photographic reproductions. This allows for a clean, text-focused, and unbiased phonetic analysis grounded solely in the Indus symbols themselves and their linguistic alignment with Tamil. With that foundation in place, let's begin decoding the first seal, seal number 2077, as listed in Mahadevan's concordance. This seal includes a mix of logograms, pictograms, standalone letters, and letters joined with pictograms. The original symbol sequence follows a right-to-left pattern as carved on the seal. To read it correctly, we reverse the order, because Indus seals were designed in mirror format for stamping. In the table, we begin by separating the joined forms, breaking apart each letter or pictogram from its combined structure. This makes the seal easier to decode and phonetically more accurate. Now you're seeing a table mapping each symbol to its Tamil letter equivalent, its English pronunciation, and the resulting phonetic word formation. When read aloud, seal 2077 gives us Amuga, Koli, Muweli, Amuga, is the name or title of a deity commonly associated with Siva in Tamil tradition. Koli is represented by a bird pictogram specifically a chicken, and is used phonetically. The city of Kolayur, the ancient capital of the early Cholas, is currently called Uraya. The name Kozhikode still exists in Kerala. It was here in 1498 CE that Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese explorer, first landed in India, marking the beginning of European contact. Mu-Wali combines the Tamil letter Mu, shown as a 3-stroke pictogram, with the logogram image Wali. While Wali means fence, it also refers to a unit of land measurement in Tamil tradition. 1 Wali equals about 6.6 acres. So Mu-Wali refers to approximately 19.8 acres of land. This seal likely records a land grant of nearly 20 acres, associated with a Shiva temple in the city of Kolayur. In Tamil history, it was common for kings, especially the Cholas, Cheras, and Pandyas, to donate land to temples. Inscriptions from these dynasties show that such lands were used to fund temple, maintenance, religious rituals, and community and cultural activities. And here's the most powerful revelation. In his book, Journey of a Civilization, Indus Valley, retired IAS officer turned historian R. Balakrishnan presents a groundbreaking discovery. That place names across Pakistan and Afghanistan, where the Indus civilization once thrived, still preserved Dravidian, specifically Tamil, linguistic roots. One such name is Pandikoli, still found in the Indus Valley region, echoing the same word Koli found in this seal. So when we see Kolayur in Tamil Nadu, Kozhikode in Kerala, and Pandikoli near the Indus River, the evidence becomes overwhelming. These are not isolated phonetic coincidences. These are living linguistic fossils, showing that the language of the Indus Valley lives on in Tamil. From just this one seal, Amugar Kolimuwali, we uncover a city name, a deity, a land measurement, and evidence of temple-related land donations is fully phonetic and rooted in Tamil language and culture. Let's continue this journey by decoding the ancient script. Seal number 1626, which, although partially broken, still offers a remarkably clear and meaningful phonetic message through its surviving symbols. This seal presents a thoughtful blend of elements: ideograms, logograms, standalone Indus letters, and phonetic signs, all combining to express a Tamil phrase grounded in both language and philosophy. One key symbol here is a square with double horizontal and vertical intersections. It appears twice, each time serving a different purpose. In one instance, it functions as a logogram, representing idam, meaning place in Tamil. In the other, it works as an ideogram, symbolizing the left side, also called ida or idam. In Tamil, this shows the dual meaning of the word, based entirely on context. We also find the logogram of a peepal tree leaf, known in Tamil as Arasa Ilai. This is significant because in Tamil, Arasa not only refers to the peepal tree, but also means government, while Arasu means king and Arasi means queen. Using phonetic mapping, the symbols read as Ida, Idam, Anar, Arasa, which translates to, on the left side of the sacred space, the king exists in male form. This aligns beautifully with a core Tamil Shaivite concept, where Shiva and Shakti exist as one. In this form, Shiva either shares his body with Shakti or stands beside her, traditionally on the left side, embodying balance and divine union. But it's possible that during the Indus Valley era, Shiva stood on the left side of goddess Shakti, which is opposite to the modern depiction, where Shiva is shown on the right. Here's how the words break down. Arna refers to the one who takes male form. Arasa reinforces his role as divine king, and Ida Idam carries both spatial and symbolic depth. Although the seal is broken, the surviving portion delivers a complete and coherent phrase, formed using Tamil grammar, phonetics, and symbolism, with no need for speculative interpretation. Once again, this is not an encrypted script. It is spoken Tamil, recorded phonetically in the Indus script, shaped by cultural meaning and preserved through linguistic continuity. Let's now move to the next seal and continue tracing the voice of Tamil through this ancient script. Seal number 2169 that carries a devotional message expressed phonetically in Tamil through a mix of logograms, letters, and combined letter forms for beautification. One of the key symbols in this seal is a logogram representing Tholuvam, the traditional Tamil word for a cattle shed or place of gathering for livestock. But in this case, it's not used for its literal meaning. Instead, it is used phonetically to extract the syllable tholu, which means to worship, a classic example of phonetic rebus usage, where the sound, not the meaning, drives interpretation. We start by separating visually joined symbols, breaking them into individual phonetic components that align with Tamil structure. One of the symbols corresponds to the retroflex Tamil letter ta, but based on its phonetic role, it reads more accurately as tha, a natural shift found in spoken and poetic Tamil. On screen, you'll see a table mapping, each symbol to its Tamil letter, its English pronunciation, and the complete phonetic phrase, Indus Seal 20. 169 reads, Amayathanan Tholu, meaning worship the one who sits with Amma, a phonetic structure that is purely Tamil. This is not encryption. This is Tamil, inscribed phonetically, rooted in culture, and spoken through symbol. Let's continue with the next seal in our journey through the ancient Tamil script of the Indus. Seal number 2068 delivers a direct and compelling counter to the claim that the Indus script is encrypted or that Sanskrit is the key to decoding it. This seal features two retroflex letters, it and ta. In Tamil phonetics, they are correctly read as ith and tha. At the center of the sequence is a fish symbol, representing the phoneme il, a well-established sound in Tamil script logic. Interestingly, ith and tha appear reversed around the fish. This likely wasn't a mistake, but a deliberate design choice, optimizing the spacing near the ah symbol, which resembles a jar. Visual balance mattered, even in ancient script work. When reordered and read phonetically, the sequence is crystal clear. It ends with two key symbols, which in Tamil means cow, and ik, used here as a plural marker, meaning cows. While modern Tamil no longer uses ik as a plural suffix, this form survives in Brahui, a Dravidian language still spoken today in Pakistan, right where the Indus Valley once thrived. When read phonetically, the seal says Thamilathal Ak, meaning cows belonging to the Tamil people. This is not encryption. This is Tamil, spoken, structured, and symbolized in the Indus script. Let's move on to the final seal and uncover the last voice in this series of ancient truths. We now decode the most iconic seal in Indus history, seal number 2420, famously known as the Pashupati seal. Until now, we've used Iravatham Mahadevan's concordance to reference seal sequences, deliberately avoiding image to prevent visual bias. But for this seal, we make an exception because this one needs to be seen. We still refer to it by Mahadevan's seal number 2420, but for the first time, we're showing the actual image, the one documented by Asko Parpola and others. Why? Because the visual itself confirms the decoding. The Pashupati seal is legendary, mysterious, revered. But when we take a closer look at the script itself, something feels off. The characters appear jumbled, not in a typical left to right or right to left order. Not aligned, just scattered, as if someone made a mistake. Now, Indus seals were used for trade, communication, and identity. So this randomness raises a question. Was it simply a typo? A discarded attempt by a writing student still learning the ropes? After all, other Indus seals mention students and teachers, and early mistakes are part of any written tradition. Or what if this wasn't a sacred inscription, but an ancient fake ID? Maybe someone was trying to pass through a gate, bluff their trade identity, or score a benefit. And the Indus immigration officer said, "Nice try, but this script makes no sense. Entry denied." But jokes aside, let's decode the real message. Once reordered phonetically and read, the seal clearly says, Isagar, Av all, the great knowledgeable one who rules and provides us. And now take a look at the imagery. A calm, centered, meditative figure surrounded by humans and animals. This is not a punisher. This is a universal protector, a giver, a sustainer. And in Tamil, that figure is known not as Rudra, but as Isagar, the one who provides. In Tamil, Idhal means to give. Igai means generosity. Isagar is the one who provides. This is not theory. Even in Tamil mythology, Amasakti tests Siva's giving nature, and he passes. Because the real Siva was always a provider, not a destroyer. This isn't just one seal. Across multiple seals with consistent decoding, the phonetics match Tamil, the grammar matches Tamil, the culture matches Tamil, and the imagery confirms it. The Indus script is Tamil. Bharath Rao claims this seal says Asha Shanmana, meaning honorable punisher, and ties it to Rudra of the Rig Veda, but he never decodes it step by step. No phonetic mapping, no symbol breakdown, no actual values for his math model. Just an assumption that Sanskrit is the key. Even more critically, the Rig Veda never mentions Siva by name. The identity of Rudra as Siva came much later. It's a rebranding. Our reading doesn't need reinterpretation. It speaks directly. To close this chapter, let's return to the timeless wisdom of Thirukkural. Karka Kasadara Karpavai Katrapin Neka Adhakuthaga, meaning learn thoroughly what should be learned, and having learned, stand firm by it. This isn't just a lesson in learning. It's a call to responsibility. We didn't just decode seals. We listened to a language hidden in plain sight and stood by the truth that emerged. If this truth matters to you, share it. If this discovery inspires you, like and comment. And if you want to keep uncovering our real history, subscribe to Thami. Let's set the record straight. Together. This is not the end. This is just the beginning. Vanakkam.